So in this video, I'm going to hopefully refer to my notes and also try and justify myself with correct information. The title of this video, early September 2022, hopefully my birthday, I'll be age 45. In the same month. As my birthday gift, this is it. The misinformation that was created crisis where they forced me into the nut house, backdated to 2008. Watching my home for evil during the time of my domestic divorce. I left him. My daughter was age 2, so they watched me, they put me into the nut house, they wrote false reports, 2007, all the way to 2016, I was discharged and then put back in there because the death of my ex-husband, there was a 7-year gap. We were divorced, and so they still carried on taking his misinformation. This is Children's Social Services taking his and her, who is me, my medical records to make more misinformation. They forced me to sign forms so that they can steal my medical records. As no one is perfect, most of the mental health NHS is positive, clean compliance and constituency, and positive records. Most of my records are clear, and yet they found some negative records, which was a misinformation and administration errors and so on. So they were not helpful in wanting to dig deeper into my history, to use my history records against me, my medical records against me, and the death of my ex-husband against me, with the assistance of my ex-mother-in-law, who was my ex-husband's mother. And my ex-husband's father did condemn my ex-mother-in-law. He died in the same year that they took away my my care, from a loving family. I haven't done anything wrong. They attempted to demoralize me. On my social media, they attempted to say that I'm dangerous, that I do self-harm, that I'm suicidal. So that's the title of this video. I'm not suicidal, I don't do self-harm, and I do practice what I preach. So they created all of this, the COVID pandemic, shielding myself and not having any contact with the outside world. In addition to backdating my ill treatment by systems and abuses of powers and institutional racism, I had been socially isolated as a result, totally, denied of any human right, including my food, my privacy, and my right to have further education, where I'm extremely discriminated against, disrespected, and damned as a result of these two systems, which is children's social services and mental health services, which was imposed and forced on me. During a crisis, my divorce, and during the death of my ex-husband. And so now that they've taken my daughter away from me, that will be the third cause why they're targeting me for abuse. She's going to turn 18 next year. I want them to get out of my life. I want them to leave me alone. I want them to stop sending thugs and millennials to stalk on me in their cars while I'm on foot. I want them to stop playing Monopoly and going from one house to the other, because they can purchase homes and I can't. So it's very difficult for me to be put, not to have a choice and not to have a position of power to choose my neighborhood, to choose the position of power to choose where I live, where I purchase my home, whereas they do, where I take my daughter to school, whereas they have that choice. Behind me I have some exercises out of which I only have